Okay. Yeah, so that image, that front screen, boy, how are you guys on? Like oh, I bet when it was waiting for me to start,
Did you turn off that screen?
that's interesting. What's that? We weren't live. We were, I don't know. It hadn't started. Did it start? You guys were all here. I don't know how that worked. I need to pull us up on the YouTubes. Okay.
If Alan's 15 minutes late, we're legally allowed to leave class.
Well, what happened was I was taking the picture to go live because I take the picture and then we started talking. I never took the picture. So I don't know if they heard us talking and they heard you hit me or what. I don't know if they heard that. How embarrassing. I'm going to turn you in, wife.
Goodness, there's 31 people, 35 people in 1 minute. Oh, my goodness.
Pop out chat. Oh, pop out chat. Oh, pop out chat. Hello, everyone. So tonight is Alan's night, where I get to work on something that I want to work on. But as we have done in the past, this is getting to be a habit. I'm going to let you guys pick multiple choice. I'm making no shrimp mask. Multiple choice of things that I can sculpt. Let me write. I won't write down the list. I will tell. I need to write down to make sure that I know. There's four things. Four things that I can sculpt. All right. And I made this list earlier, and I destroyed that piece of paper by accident because of who I am as a person. Soda fall on it. Okay.
Quick question before we get started. What kind of camera do you use for this live stream?
I use a Samsung Galaxy 8 10. Galaxy 10. Samsung. I likes it. It works good for the lives. It's very fat. It's easy, you know. Your phones are...
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
We're not talking to you.
I said something that sounded like, boy, nobody's mad at the robots. I'm going to write down my four options. You have four things to pick from. Honey, who is on that we know? Like, who's a regular who's on?
Oh my goodness.
Not, Ezekiel picked, he organized once, and
Are you looking for someone to organize?
Bar Beauty, or yes, because I'm going to name the four things, and people are going to post their votes, and they have to do the calculations.
Cobwebs and candlesticks.
Okay, cobwebs and candlesticks, you're up tonight. The choices. Hold on. Oh, yeah, this was it. All right, so here are the four choices. What are you laughing at?
This conversation, Alex, as he goes, it's Cobweb's turn, and Nightmare Fuel Studio says, I'm going to try to be a regular from now on.
All right. So here are the four options for what I'm sculpting tonight.
Oh
And it's 8:30. I'm probably going to go till 10:30, so I'll get the basic shapes blocked out. I'll have to finish it probably tomorrow. Four options. These are not in any order because I don't care which one I sculpt. This is all stuff that I have to or want to sculpt anyway. And cobwebs and candlesticks, you cannot skew the system. You have to count the votes. But your vote can count as two. How's that? All right.
You're not going to be happy with any of this.
The first option is a bear monster, kind of like the bear from Prophecy. I want to make a bear. I think with the brown hair suit, and if I made some paws,
I don't
I
want
think
a bear.
that would be so awesome.
No
A
one has
bear?
mentioned. No one has mentioned a bear.
They didn't mention none of this. This is
No
what
one
I
has
gotta
mentioned a
make.
bear.
Did I mention
Oh,
that
they're
my
already
wife
booing
was?
you. They
All right.
are booing you.
So a monster
Nick
bear.
Nick Baker just booed you.
Well, what the heck? 2 demerits.
They're not pleased.
Minus 20 points from Hufflepuff. Because Nick. All right. A bear. A monster bear. A merman. Merman, like almost from Master of the Universe. There's a piece of concept art that I saw that I liked. Merman. And then a plant monster, because I broke up my plant monster mold. I need to make a new one. Well, it'd be a new version of the plant monster. And then a simian or ape mask, kind of like Beastman, but I need a tighter ape mask than the gorilla mask I already have, which is frankly a better Bigfoot. So
This is
we
not
have
going well.
simian, plant monster, bear, or merman. And I need to start.
Show
I'm
them-
gonna
show them the- They're not happy about
Is
this.
it backwards? It's backwards. This
No,
doesn't
no,
help
it's
them.
not. It's right. I'm reading it.
It's backwards on my screen.
It's because the phone. This is not going well.
What do you mean it's not going well?
Okay, well read it. You getting booed for
Hi,
for
everybody.
starters.
So
You just made a
anybody?
gorilla. You spelled Beastman wrong. Can it be a zombie bear?
Yes, it can be.
Half
It
man,
is.
half shrimp.
It's gonna
No
be a.
plants.
It's gonna be a
Boo.
monster zombie
Boo.
bear. Yes.
Boo. Cabin in the Woods merman. What was the second one? No plants. No plants. A gummy bear. A northern bear. A Charmin bear wrapped in
Do you
toilet
see the
paper.
acidity? Would you hear the acidity at which she's
They're
reading
not
comments to
pleased.
me? She's angrily
They're
reading comments.
Mutant bear. I vote for an open mouth bear. Okay, merman.
If
They're
this
so
movie, if this were a
displeased.
movie and it
Look
was
at
being
this.
captioned for the
Look at
deaf, it would be angry comment reading, is what it would say. That's what it would say. That
Hit
what she's
blue
doing.
arrow on your screen, okay? I want you to hit that blue arrow, and then you just read what these fine people are saying.
Your 4 options are.
A
This is
Care Bear. Look,
your 4 options are what?
look at
Your 4 options are merman, a monstery bear, like zombie bear or mutated bear, plant monster, which I think would be fun. And all these I want to make, and I'll have to make eventually. You know, or a simian ape that's kind of like Beastman, because I want to make that costume too.
They do not want to plant. You see, I've already
But
done it.
so I'm gonna start laying my base clay. That's probably gonna take me 10-15 minutes. So at 8:51 cobwebs and candlesticks, you have to have a tally for me, okay? Um, yeah, all right, I'm going to use this other sculpting bust.
They want Beastman, and that is what Candlesticks just said. They want full-on Beastman.
Well, that's not one of the 4 options. He was an option last week, and they didn't vote for him because they wanted a shark. You want the Beast Man? You can't handle the Beast Man. You should have voted for Beast Man last week. This week it's Merman.
Cobwebs and Candlesticks, I do not envy you your task.
It is a different Master of the Universe this week. However, there's a Beast Man-like creature
Oh,
that I need to do.
this is just spinning.
Wife, you better get on it. You got work to do. You gotta read me all those comments.
I'm over here cheering for Cobwebs and Candlesticks. CNC, represent the Midwest, brother. They're pressuring him. Oh my goodness. Bear shrimp.
So I'll tell you what. All right. So I'm not actually putting clay on here right now.
How
I'm
about a
talk
bear
to you guys.
disguised as Beast?
So listen, a beast man in a bear suit. So here we go.
Oh my god.
This is why democracy doesn't work.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So here's why I want to do a merman. All right. Dark Hour is doing a aquatic theme for October, like so underwater pirates and sea creatures and that kind of stuff. So he would fit right in. So it'll go right in to that. And then I want to do the monster bear because I've loved the monster bear from Prophecy forever. There's another movie called Oblivion that the lady who plays Padme Amidala is in. And it's got like a monster bear in it that sounds like people screaming when it makes noise. But I think a bear is cool. And we have these awesome brown fursuits that could make a really cool bear, is all I'm saying. And then Plant Monster, that's always been a good mask for me. It's a good seller with all the ferns around his head. But that mask was originally sculpted to be something else. I just used it for that, but that was the most popular use. So I want to sculpt one that really is a plant monster. And then the simian ape, I just like me some hairy bipeds, and it would be a Beastman-esque. And I spent the other night, I was up till 3:30 in the morning watching cool gorilla suit videos. So I want to make another cool gorilla suit. So those are the reasons why. Now I'm going to start putting clay on here, because this will be a full head mask, whatever it is. And I'm really liking the challenge of, it's okay guys, I'm liking the challenge of making the molds as thin as possible. I'm enjoying that.
Bear grilled shrimp monkey.
That's not going to help anybody. You guys have to help cobwebs out.
Oh my goodness. Stacey, I got here late. Is it for real, merman?
It may be. We're waiting. Cobwebs and Candlesticks is going to pick. He's going to pick. So, there you go.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Now they're fighting. Aquatic bear.
They can fight, but Cobwebs and Candlestick gets the vote. He is the decider, and if he's not impartial, then they're going to be mad at him.
Mer shrimp. I vote merman since we can't have the hammerhead shark.
You can have the hammerhead shark. He just wasn't on the list this week.
And merbear. Oh my gosh. What's the
Okay.
halftime
See,
score?
now I gave you guys 4 simple choices. 4 simple, easy choices.
Oh my goodness.
And this is, you guys are what's wrong with America. All right, this is what's happening right now. That you're making it so hard on Cobwebs and Candlesticks. I didn't know it was going to be this hard, man. Sorry. I just thought, okay, they'll pick one of the 4. Things are happy. No, they all want to wear bear shrimps. They want. But any of those 4 things, I'm happy to make. Like I'm looking over here, and my TV screen is going. Doop, 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 doop,
Oh my
doop, doop,
gosh,
doop.
this is. These people these are passionate people.
But voting is still open, right? Yeah, 'cause it's only 8:47. What time did it was 8:51? I said, I think.
He says it's between bear and merman. I'm scrolling.
8:51.
Hippo.
Cobwebs is on it.
Our beauty just got here. Would like to know what the choices were.
Okay, the 4 choices are, all right, merman, a monster bear, not like a regular bear, but a monster bear, plant monster, and a simian ape creature. Think along the lines of the gray apes from the movie Congo, mixed with Beastman a little bit from Masters of the Universe. Okay. I'm not asking you to read all of these, honey, because
Oh
boy,
my gosh,
is there a
no
lot
way.
going on.
No way.
Do emojis count more than just words? I don't think that they do.
Oh my goodness. It's just spinning. Cobwebs totally deserves free stuff for this. Glenn McCain, you are correct. And he has an order in, and
Yeah.
I'm going to see he gets a special, he's going to get something special in his order for taking this on. He didn't take it on.
So here's what's happening, all right? Wednesdays are my day to do my stuff. Because I worked hard, I got out a YouTube Wednesday video. Wednesday night, I want to sculpt or make something. It doesn't have to be a sculpture. It could be leather armor, but I'm going to make something that I want to do. There are a lot of business things that I have. Now, let's be real. I love what I do. I mean, even if I'm making 20 grave diggers, that's cool. You know, I love grave digger masks. Yeah, it's nice to be able to do something that I want to do.
Obtenebration says, can 90-some viewers texting bring YouTube down? Stay tuned and find out.
We will see.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but this is just a fun way, because all these things I have to make, and if you guys get input on it, I think it's more fun for you.
Guys, if while the voting is going on, if you ask a legitimate question, you're probably just gonna have to repeat it after the voting is done. Right now it's spinning so fast I couldn't catch it if I tried. So just hang tight. Let's decide what it's gonna be.
I see a question here. You wanted Beastman last week. What changed? Nothing changed. Beastman is still on the list, but I've got Beastman. Just he wasn't on tonight. Beastman, Hammerhead Shark. I want to do. I mean, we're talking monsters. There's so many that I want to make cool stuff for.
Michael J. Surely you can read this. Ezekiel's just trying to get there. Ah.
So that's the kicker, is that the regulars, sometimes they have to work. They don't just get to freeload
My goodness.
while they watch this.
You guys are so funny.
And I'm getting this clay on here, and then what's going to happen is once I know what it is, I'll go pull up some reference images so I can zero in.
Warren Bear. Cobwebs is going to have PTSD after this. Cobwebs and Candlesticks is smashing fireball shots. He don't care now.
Did he leave? We won't even know if he leaves.
He's scrolling. Cobwebs and Candlesticks, I wish I could send you a drink. Cobwebs and Candlesticks, I think we have a close decision.
Well, it's 8:51, so
He's working on
it's
it.
8:51.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's waiting. This poor guy. What's funny about this is when you gave out the options, first person was Nick Baker.
Yeah.
Herman Munster. Boo!
Oh.
He just booed you. First thing, he just booed you.
Why would you boo a bear? Why
Oh
would
my
you boo
God.
a bear? What have bears done to you?
That was the funniest thing.
Got booed.
He says, it looks like it's going to be... ... Everybody's waiting. Happen in Mojo. Just got here. What are the options?
Someone is praying to Odin. That's awesome. Okay, so the four options are, it's one of these four. Merman,
Hurry.
a monster bear, a plant monster, or a simian ape creature, kind of like Beastman or one of the gray apes from the movie Congo.
You did not miss Beastman, Stacy.
No, Beastman has not happened. Now there will be Beastman elements in this simian mask I'm going to do, but I think I will make him a little more gorilla-y.
Michael J. Unleash your power. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Let's see, this part is always kind of the same anyway.
CNC needs free shipping. We support your decision, even if it's a bear.
We support your decision,
Even
even
if
if it's a
bear.
bear. I'm going to make it a cool bear. It's not going to be a dumb-looking bear.
The world needs more sea monsters.
The world needs all monsters. Even plant monsters, which I think I see the absolute least amount of support for the plant monster.
They've already seen a plant. I support your decision if it's a bear. Mutiny, mutiny, mutiny. Ezekiel is just stirring it up. My goodness. We need another monster squad. Can't abuse the viewers. Alan wouldn't say it wasn't fair or something like that. The world needs monsters, preferably sea monsters. Endemic. Okay, it's a bear.
Wait, cobwebs. It's a bear? Is that official?
A demonic rabid zombie bear.
Okay,
I
well,
like a plant monster.
I get to pick what kind of bear. So
Bear. Recount.
it's the bear. That's awesome. Okay, good deal. I'm excited about any of these. Like probably the least exciting out of it is the plant monster. You know, how fun and creative can you get with plant anatomy?
You know, you do realize, if Merman was close, I love my sea creatures, but I have to be impartial. Good job.
Bear,
Okay.
huh?
Okay.
All right.
You realize now,
Make
you
a
realize
bear.
that next time you do this, you're going to have to give them the option of, well, I don't know if you ever should do this.
We're gonna have to give them an option.
They
They get 4 options.
They have a say-so.
They do. They get to pick one of 4.
Okay, guys, it's a bear.
I think
Now
in the
you can-
future,
a polar bear would be amazing.
I do have. Well, see, I can make a bear head and then any color suit and change it up. That's what I'm
bear.
thinking.
Boo-boo bear.
Because I want to do a still bear costume.
Pug Malaysian sun
Oh.
bear.
That'd be so awesome.
Sheet ghost bear. Make it happen.
She goes bear.
Oh my
That would be an
goodness.
interesting twist. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
pull the sheet off of it and it's.
Alan, you should make a still polar bear for a Christmas haunt. The bear would look like a shrimp.
A polar bear costume almost got me killed once. So,
There's the story.
yeah.
I want a bloody polar bear.
I think every bear is going to have some blood on it. Okay.
Okay, guys, now we know it's a bear. You can start your legitimate questions now.
Yes, yes. We're not gonna.
You got a thumbs down.
We're not.
Someone thumbs down you. Oh my gosh.
All right, so we're not gonna dirty the feed with. We're not gonna dirty the feed with.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I wish it was merman, or boy, I really wish it was a plant monster. We're all gonna support the bear.
Sea monster.
The bear may not be the sculpture that you want, but you have to respect the office of the sculpture, regardless of what the sculpture is. So, there you go.
Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Are you gonna make its mouth move?
Yes, it will definitely have a moving mouth. Not tonight, but it will eventually.
Okay, Chad Smith, question. I want to hook up my airbrush to my pancake compressor. Could you put out a part list to convert, or do you already have a video covering that part?
I have done it on lives several times, but I will actually do it. I'll do you a little video. Honey, can you make a reminder for me to do a hook up your airbrush to your air compressor video? Alright. So as you can see, this process takes a while, but to be honest here, you guys took a little more maintenance than I thought you would on that decision. Props to Cobwebs. I'm sorry if you got unfriended by anybody during this fiasco. I appreciate your help.
Embrace the bear. Be one with the bear. Don't do a koala bear. Boo-boo bear. Zombie
So,
bear.
for the record, a wet koala bear is terrifying. And they are very interesting animals
Drop bears. are
because of-
scary.
because of how stupid they are. They're not bright.
Okay. Do a promo video with it and have a Charmin clean toilet with a suit. With a bear suit and
Oh,
it says,
listen,
like,
listen.
too bad you're
That-
not getting toilet paper.
That's a great idea. We can do a video of the Charmin bear going after toilet paper hoarders, like going into their, like breaking into a window. That's happening.
I believe the biggest, most dangerous bear was the short-faced bear.
Yes.
It impeded migration into the Americas. Just for reference, unique look and historical accuracy. Happened in Mojo. Always has good stuff.
The short-faced bear, one of my favorite megafauna. Absolutely. Love the short-faced bear. He was around during the time of the dire wolf. Beautiful animal.
This is a bear. It's going to go with your bear trap.
Yeah, it's Bear Trap Wednesday. Yeah. Hello. All right. So now, I mean, I've got it covered enough. Now I need to go over here and pull up some specific references. So now is when I really rely on my wife.
Short face Kate.
Okay.
Watching bear sculpt on a laptop, bear trap on a phone.
Now, if I am correct, I think that I actually made a Pinterest board like a year ago for a zombie bear. So this is a Pinterest board that I have. This is possible female haunt characters, because a lot of times it's harder for ladies to find something to be in a haunt than it is for guys.
This was rigged, bear trap, bear skull. What's next?
It wasn't rigged. Look, zombie bear. It only has 3 pins in it. Alexa, stop.
Here you go.
Okay, while I'm pulling up bear stuff, I want to say, I don't know if Larry Hughes is watching, but it's 9 p.m. Larry Hughes, if you are watching, you have an awesome girlfriend who says that you can pick any mask you want from the Stiltbeast Studios website for your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way.
Go Taurus!
So
yay!
I think that you're on. You're supposed to be on. So happy birthday if
Happy birthday! Go shopping.
if you are on. We're gonna find some cool bear head pictures.
Larry can get anything he wants.
Here's the big scare here. I'm random Google image searching, and you never know what you're gonna get when you put in info here. So let's put in grizzly bear head. I think they are the scariest looking of the bears. Let's look at Kodiak bear head. All right, so what I'm kind of seeing, I like this. It's a good, simple shape, and I like that kind of almost heart layout to it. See that head up there, that one? I'm just going to start basing.
No shopping, Larry. That's cool. How was the Beast Man born? With a deer face and a bear bottom. Spastic fun. Kodiak is the biggest living brown bear species.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
Kodiak's are-
about previous discussion about furries. Yeah, the warning is well founded. Chicago bear.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my silhouette. Silhouettes are a big deal in sculptures. Their bear's eyes are actually further up on the head than humans' eyes are. So I'm actually going to pare this down quite a bit. I have to open up my sculpting tools are behind me. Because I want this part of the head to be a little closer. I want it to look like those eyes have moved up. They've traveled up on the skull. One of the first things I'm noticing is how little crown they have. It's not that much. And this is not an area that I'm worried about mold locking, because I know I'm going to be clear of the armature, even if I only have like a 1/4 inch of clay there. Okay, good. See, already he looks like his eyes are higher up on his head because I took this clay off down here.
Hello, Renee. I just ordered my blanks from the website. Super excited. I haven't started sculpting much yet, so this gives me a chance to paint. Yes, we got
Awesome.
your order. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will get you taken care of. She ordered some good blanks, too.
What did they order?
She ordered the insect and the grave digger. I think the inbred. Let me see.
Inbred one.
Inbred one, yeah.
Okay, this is the part where I'm just winging it.
Your blank bug mask would be easy to foam fill. I think so.
Yeah. You know, most of the blanks are. Do you use that Loctite method that I've been showing the past couple days? It's just a good way to foam fill.
Chance we don't know what he's gonna pick. He hasn't picked anything yet, so we will see what Larry picks. He can have anything he wants, says the girlfriend. That's very cool. Thank you.
You got to listen to your girl.
Yeah, listen. Dr. Bernstein found the remnant of a poo in Jellystone Park. He used the Sharman method to determine the species was a gummy bear. This is 1980 NKE. I'm just reading it.
1980, listen. Your comments are so bad, I get angry at my wife when she reads them. For the sake of my marriage. All right.
Man busting out of Godzilla's chest on Ninja's box almost made me piss myself.
Chestburster Wolfman.
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun watching those.
Yeah, that was a fun video
That
to
was
watch.
the best. What is the typical turnaround on a purchased mask?
I shoot for. Okay, here's the kicker. All right, grave diggers are further away than this because if let's say there's 15 grave digger mask orders, well, I only have one mold, so that gets pushed out, you know. But if you order something that's not a hot mold, then I can, you know. An order that happens today could go out 2 days from now.
It's in stock.
If it's either in stock in the back or in the booth building, or if that mold isn't being used every day for previous orders. So it all depends, but anywhere from, let's say, 2 weeks to a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. That happens.
What type of clay are you using, and where is the most economical place to purchase? Free
This is very economical clay to begin with. This is water-based clay. So this is very cheap clay to use and purchase. You can buy it from a ceramic supply store. What is hard for me is that I normally put on big brow ridge, and these guys don't have it, so I'm not going to put on a big brow ridge. I got kind of sad eyes right there. You guys are far away. So far away.
How's my shelf, buddy geeks? Your shelf is mighty. Your shelf is mighty. You need to make your half bust and your full bust, and your shark.
Yeah, your shark is actually this right here. This is your shark.
Have you seen Dr. Garuda on YouTube? Small scale stuff. He has really good and cool stuff on his channel.
I have not. If you shoot me a link, I will try to learn about it.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down.
I'll send pictures when I'm done. I have a live feed this weekend, and I'll be baking a sock mask using Allen's Contact Cement method. Fun times with toxic fumes. That's Renee King.
Hooray! That's awesome.
What type of paint would you paint your blanks with? Would you airbrush them?
Well, okay. You still airbrush with paint. Well, sometimes you airbrush with ink. It all depends. I use a latex mask paint mix, which is 1/3 casting latex, 1/3 distilled water, 1/3 latex house paint. And that is how you get latex mask paint.
Kurt Mattia, thank you. Let's get some thumbs up. Kurt, your sculpting bust goes out tomorrow.
Hooray.
Let's see. What's the difference between hydrocal and ultracal?
Hydrocal was invented for statuary. Hydrocal is much whiter. It's a little bit lighter. It's not as strong as ultracal. And hydrocal it actually wicks latex better and faster than ultracal does. It's more porous, therefore it's a little bit lighter. I mean, it has a lot of advantages, but also it's not as strong. And you have to be careful with the water temperature. They like to be mixed differently. Hydrocal would much rather you make the mold all in one whack and then be done with it. Ultracal really wants you to build in layers because it won't delaminate. If you do hydrocal in layers, it can delaminate. And you can bake ultracal, but you cannot bake hydrocal. How'd I do, wife?
Are you okay, Shannon? That was intense. Yes, Ezekiel, I'm okay. Yes. You get that? That was. I did not expect that kind of a response. I should not have doubted. That was hilarious. Truly, if we go back and read some, this is so funny.
Bears kind of have a boxy head in the back here.
Spastic pug. Nice penguin mask. Can't believe you're done. What's better for gluing latex mask elements together? More latex or spray adhesive?
Neither of those. Weldwood contact cement is the best. Latex is good if the latex is fresh out of the mold and pristinely clean. If it's not clean, then I would not use it.
Cobwebs and Candlesticks is sitting back with a cigarette right about now. Stacey Hawkins, I'm back. Had to go parent. What did we land on?
It's a bear. It's going to be a monster bear. That's exciting. Now, see, I'd be happy to sculpt any of them. You know, all of them are exciting to me.
Someone's being a native Nancy that didn't get Beast Man. 2 thumbs down. Something smells fishy. Shellfishy.
Them shrimps, though.
Them shrimps.
Okay, yeah, so bear's head really rolls forward like this. Let's go ahead and look this way. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that rough shape happening.
I'm super excited. I purchased some teeth from your shop. Do you have instructions on video on fitting them?
You know what? I will very, very soon. That's something that I want to shoot this week. And so we can put it on our website because the teeth they do sell well. And we need a little more support for the teeth department.
Looks like Howard the Duck right now.
There's a little duck-esque. We're going to get rid of some of that duckness here.
Alan, how can I make my mold walls better?
Boy, the answer to that is make your mold walls better. They've got to be thicker. But I don't know why they're bad. So tell me why your mold walls are bad, and then I can tell you how to make them better. But I warn you, you're going to say stuff like they're too thin, and I will say make them thicker. So there's going to be some of that. But go ahead and tell me, and then we'll fix it together. Tell me about your mold problems. I'm like Dr. Ruth for mold walls.
Just kidding. Hello, Michelle Schulte.
Bears really have to have the right size ear.
What would you spray paint on a latex puppet or mask to make it look wet?
Probably plastic dip glossifier if I want long term. If I want sort of short term, then I would go with future floor wax, if that is something that you can reapply on a regular basis. That works well. Depends on how wet. If you want it to really look wet, I might thin down some crystal clear caulk with naphtha, thin it down, and then put it on.
Is it like warming up a mouth guard for sports? This is talking about the teeth.
Kind of. It kind of is. There's actually pellets that come with it. There's two components. There is the thermoplastic component, and that's what makes it stick to your teeth, and the teeth themselves, and that's the visual component. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think this slopes down too much. I need to build it up a little more. That's just adding clay.
How many pounds of clay is a typical mask sculpture? Good question.
25. 25 pounds. Full head mask, 25 pounds. This was a new 25-pound bag, and right now I've got this much sitting here, and we'll see what happens.
Bear costume from The Shining.
Inappropriate. That is a bear costume. I think it looks more like a dog to me, but they say it's a bear. It's very mascot-y, and it's inappropriate in what it does. I'm going to sculpt this is going to be one where I do think I'm going to do, I'll probably take the jaw off, the bottom jaw off, in order to sculpt the teeth. And then I'll put it back on for molding. And I know it's going to get covered by hair, so I'm not worried about, the beauty thing is there's no detail in the back of the head whatsoever. All right, so I'm ready to start raking, I think. I'm going to start raking this. You know, let me throw a nose on here just for giggles.
A ragged raccoon would be cool. What is the shelf life on the wet clay?
It'll sit for years if you don't let it freeze or dry out. So it'll, keep it at room temperature, keep it in the bags. It might get a little bit of mold on it. Don't let that scare you too much. Just clear it off. Okay.
6 people.
It's time for raking. And now it's time for a rake down.
Tiger King 2020. We haven't watched Tiger King, so we don't know.
We have not watched Tiger King because, well, we're just busy. And after a comment section like we have tonight, I don't feel the need to inject more drama in my life.
As of right now, the bear looks kind of cute. There isn't a lot of monster bear representation. There's a man-bear pig in South Park in the Prophecy movie with Talia Shire.
Yes. The Prophecy movie. There's another bear monster in the movie Oblivion with Natalie Portman. I finally remembered her name. So, getting the snout right is going to take some shaping, so bear with me. Right behind you guys, digging for tools.
This one's going along fast. If I had already a mold that I'm not happy with the teeth, is it possible to modify the mold or modify it after I put it next?
You can absolutely modify after. I had a shark pull come out with no front teeth. He was gummo the shark. And I was able to pour up some other teeth and put them in there. I also sculpt up latex teeth. I have latex teeth that sit there until I don't like the teeth on something. I cut them off and I glue it with contact cement the other teeth. Yes, it's very easy to do. It's very common. We can do it. What's important is right now I got to think about movement also. It is, I want to bulk out this neck, but that's not going to make a good mask, so I have to do that later. meaning I'll probably do like a fabric stuffing roll around the neck to give it that bulk and to change the shoulders from human shoulders into bear shoulders.
Robbie Pope, Ezekiel, I had to watch that X-Files phone episode after you mentioned it last time. I've never seen it. It's a crazy episode.
Yeah, it's because they don't play it. They played it once, I think. It was either Halloween or Christmas, oddly enough. It was their episode for that, and yeah, it's a powerful episode.
Clint looks great back there, like he's busting out of the bench, attacking from underneath on great lines.
Yeah.
The bear from Roadhouse, best scene ever. Did you find it hard sometimes to know what the forms are on a furry animal? Do you then look up skull references?
Look up ZBrush sculptures of that animal, because they'll render them without hair first, and they'll put the hair on. So look up ZBrush sculptures of animals, and you'll see some good stuff. And I'm about to go in for more reference, because this is I use a cartoon basically to get this far. And I need this nice kind of boxy, kind of heart-shaped head. But I can tell it's a bear, We're getting there.
Have you had a chance to use Tim Moore's Bloodline Adhesion?
I just haven't had a chance yet. I've heard really good things about it. Severe just used some he did some live videos painting on Latex Mask Central. He used it. It's a very translucent system, and I'm a pretty heavy-handed guy, pretty much in everything that I do, not just in painting. I'm a brute, so I'll try some, and we'll see how I do. I have a small rake now. Clay off of it from last time. I actually have a bigger rake than this, but I have to find it. And I can't find it in my tools right now, and I don't want to leave you guys waiting.
Just bought a bunch of Pro Air and stencils. Now looking at Snazaroo. Excuse me.
What kind of stencils did you get? Badass stencils are probably my favorite brand. I will tell you that we are working on some stencils here for airbrush makeup and mask painting that we'll have out in a while. I don't know when that is, but we're doing the work on them right now.
I was having a slow day. Everything was drying, so my wife made me watch Tiger King. 7 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah.
It's a hard pass for us.
Yeah, I don't have 7 hours in a whack to give anything. I'm afraid. There's something about this raking stage that when I'm doing this, it feels like art. All those little rake lines, because you see that in like classical sculpture. So to me, it feels the most like art when I see all these little rake lines on it.
On the tool on the tool you're using now, did you cut the cones into a Bondo shaping tool from Harbor Freight?
No. This is a set of sculpting tools that I got. I got a full set of them. Hold on one sec. I'm cleaning it enough to read. Okay, I cannot read this sculpting tool. So there is something that has happened today. For the very first time, I had to buy a set of glasses. I'm 44 years old, and I've entered into olddom. But now I can read it from back here. This is the Princeton Artist Brush Company. Princeton Artist, and this is a Contour C24. Contour C24. It has its own little handle, and these are great little tools. I have several of them, but this one is my favorite. And it's infuriating how many details pop out. I'll probably wear this for the sculpture. It's infuriating that I put on glasses and now my eyes work.
I think he looks good too, guys.
When before, these traitorous bastards did not work for me. I mean my eyeballs when I say that. Not the two people who gave me thumbs down.
You're getting a lot of compliments. It does look good. I think he looks good too.
Yeah. My career, there was a very interesting thing that happened where I went from foolish kid, haunted house actor to haunted house Yoda in like 2 or 3 years. And that was okay until I started feeling old like Yoda.
3 thumbs down.
When 800 years you have, this much haunty you shall be? I don't know how that goes.
What are your dogs doing?
They're sleeping. Hallelujah. That's what I want them to do because that means they're not tearing up my things.
What's the bear's name going to be?
I was thinking bear. But we have to get closer before we can figure out a name.
I vote for Rodney Pope to name it, says Ezekiel.
Okay? He is regular enough to have that duty.
Scaring is Carrie from the new Scare Bear collection. You're
Although
the
I'm kind of the feeling that cobwebs and candlesticks did the work. Maybe he should get the honor of naming.
You're the best mask maker ever. I and my husband have learned so much from you.
I wouldn't say that. I'm a good mask maker. I know I'm not the best sculptor, but I'll take that I'm a good mask maker because those are kind of separate animals. A lot of people go sculpture first, and I always go mask first, meaning the fact that it's a wearable, usable mask is the most important feature to me, not the fact that it's an amazing sculpture.
Tony feels the same about wearing his glasses.
Man, this is hitting me really hard. This is like the first bit of my body that's really started to break down. Yeah, I mean, I've got bum knees and stuff, but there's like a reason why. I know why my knees don't work. I know why my back hurts. I know why all those little pains are there. But the reason my eyes don't work is they got old. Oh, stab. You know, that's hard. It's tough on me. So I can guarantee you, to counteract my feeling oldness, next haunt show that I'm in as an actor, I am going to tear it up. Got to show those youngsters how to do it.
Cobwebs and Candlestick says, I'm out of the name game.
Possibly, he's tapping out. Possibly in a cool bear costume. All right, I really do have a better rake than this, so I have to find it. That means I'm moving you guys over here. I have too many sculpting tools. I've determined it's not in here.
Hello from Maine.
From where?
Maine. It's Techworks.
I found my sculpting rakes. This is just a series of different rakes that I really like. This is just twisted wire. This one, brass twisted wire. This is the jeweler's saw blades. This is a big raking tool and twisted wire loop tool. These are good. So let's get back on it. And we're gonna make this bear scary, but first I gotta make it a bear, and then I add the scares to it. I'm liking this, what's happening here in the head. I'm liking that. I think the ear placement is pretty much fine. I do want it to come back closer to the head in here. Maybe not closer than it is, but I don't want your head to rattle around in there like a bucket. It's going to present well up front, and that's how haunt actors are seen. And then this will help keep it on your head. I hate it when a mask has no reference points where it touches anything on your face. So by having it present up front with the right big head shape, and then it does come back down here. This will help the silhouette, these bumps back here, but here is going to be close enough to the head to be a contact point. Contact point, contact point, contact point, contact point. When you turn your head, you should be able to move this mask around. That's a biggie. A lot of masks you can't. Think about acting in this. Think about, you ever wear a mask where there's an echo chamber in it? So when you yell inside the mask, it comes back to your ears and hurts you. You can fix that in design. If you think about it while you're here. Don't give up on the actor before you've met them. I want to help them. We are helping them tell a story, and we're already hindering them. It's a hindrance. One of the things that's going to come out of this is people are going to be more used to wearing masks. I'm going to have, I'll be able to reference this whole incident as well. You wore a mask during the outbreak, didn't you? Bet you weren't claustrophobic then. Get back in that show.
Do you file down the teeth on your rakes?
No, normally I don't. I know a lot of people do. I have a kidney tool that I file down the teeth on, but I don't do it on my rakes.
I missed the start. Where are the actors' eyes going to be?
In the bear's eyes. Bears are pretty front facing. Their eyes are. A bear is the best to line up with a human's eyes, really, because they're just in a good spot. They're binocular and they're pretty close together, considering the size of his head. Having to pop my glasses up and down, that is completely new, and I'm going to have to get used to that.
Adding fur will help mask the thinness of the mask, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you won't even tell that this is there, but it's going to be a nice registration point.
Helen, I have some sculpting tools. They are okay, but in your opinion, what is the best and where can I get them?
Ken's Tools. Ken's Tools, I think it's kenstools.com. He makes really good sculpting tools, and they come in sets. When I get a little bit more money built up, I'm going to buy, he's got like a $300 set, I think. That's most of the tools that he makes. And I do want that.
Can you sculpt on a styrofoam head?
You can, okay. You can just make a pile of clay. When I sculpt my gloves, I don't actually use any form normally. There's a pipe in there, and then I use my hand as reference and get it the right size. So you can do that. You might want to make a set of calipers. You might want to make a set of calipers in order to get measurements right. But yeah, you can. Now styrofoam heads are small. What that's going to do, though, is help you save on clay. Use the male styrofoam head. That is the closest to human size, even if you want to sculpt for girls, because that male head is still small. Be aware that it's small. You're going to have to add clay and build up.
I got some nice rakes last year, and they're really good for raking tight spots. More paddle than loop style.
Yeah. I mean, rakes are the tool that separates hobby sculptors from pro sculptors, in my opinion. Once you start using the rake and loving the rake, you are on your way to being a better sculptor.
going to paint Ganesha tomorrow. Special, that's cool.
Awesome.
Okay, the head looks tilted back on the form, so I wasn't sure where the heads were, where the eyes were.
Yeah, this head it's looking up a little bit. It's looking up so that I can sit at a regular table and sculpt it. Because if it's looking straight forward and the head is down here, I need a really low chair. But so when I make these heads, I just have it tilted back, and then I can really use it. That also adds a bit of length to my neck. This is my head under here. I don't have a neck, so this allows me to lease a neck and make it appear as if I have one, because the masks need a longer neck than I can provide.
What type of bears are you excited to create with this mask?
I think a polar bear is going to be beautiful. Now they have a little bit of a longer head, but it'll be fine. I think it's going to, once it's big and white and bear-like, I think it'll be great. And a grizzly and a mutated bear, like from Prophecy, would be wonderful to do. So he's going to have, some zombie elements to him. And again, remember when I said I was talking about, I do mask first and sculpt later. I'm going to get more use out of this if I don't go crazy zombieing him up, because I can do that after the fact. I can do that later.
I've never seen you with glasses on.
This is the first day that I've owned glasses. I have traitorous and tricksy eyeballs.
Say hello to Edie Blunson.
Hello, Edie Blunson.
Those glasses look awesome on you, mate. Embrace them. It's great to see.
It is good to see. I put them on in my car, and I'm like, holy moly, my dashboard is dirty. That was my first thought with glasses. Was, boy, I gotta clean my dashboard on my car.
I made a small rig with some bad bass guitar string.
Yeah,
I really like how it's working.
That works very well. This is similar to that. This one, it has wire wrapped around another piece of wire, and that works well.
White polar bear with blood on it would be super pretty.
Yes. Again, that white fur with blood is always good.
Cross between, let's see.
Are they hitting fast tonight?
It's great. It's great. I made some decent rakes and tools for myself. It wasn't something that I'd like to sell, but if you want some for yourself, I still have enough to make an extra set.
Who's that?
Justin Beck.
Cool. That's awesome.
Huge Mortal Kombat fan here. I love the spooky evolution of the way the ninjas have changed over the years. Does anyone have or know of any solid tutorials? I want to build my own yellow ninja.
I would build. I assume you mean like the Scorpion guys. I would do that out of EVA foam. That is 100% what I would do. Is I would make an EVA foam Scorpion type mask. It's they are a good look, and I like what they did. And you just reminded me, wasn't there like a bear that fought in one of the Mortal Kombats? Wasn't there a bear that fought? I might be imagining things, but
You know he's going to do a white bear with a bloody mohawk.
you know it. You friggin' know it.
Saying goodnight to Renee Key.
Good night, Renee.
I wore glasses for a while, which my mother had picked for me. I was young, and she would let me pick the large, round, Groucho Marx style fake glasses.
Because your mother wanted you to score. She was looking out for future grandkids.
You can ask dentists for steel tools they throw out because they have to rotate if you stop. The tools are clean because they have been auto-cleaned.
Yeah, a lot of the dental picks and things, they're one-time use and they throw them out. You're absolutely right.
Are you going to texture fur in the sculpt, or do like the werewolves with a cowl of fur?
It's going to be fur, and this is probably going to be the sculpture that pushes me to buy a flocking gun. I need to flock this head. I need to flock the heck out of it.
How about the bears from the Golden Compass?
Those are cool. Yeah. Yeah.
How about the bear from Uncle Buck? Jack's turned into a bear for his animality.
That's right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good.
That was Cowboys the Kings.
Thank you.
Really like the movie Prophecy. You're the first person who's mentioned it.
Oh, it's so. I'm not gonna say it's good, but it's from the mutant guppy fish that's in it that looks disgusting. It's like 3 feet long and it's crazy. And then the bear. Oh, it's so beautiful. The #1 horror movie the year that I was born, 1976, was Grizzly, which basically maybe wasn't the year I was born, but it was close. It was Jaws with a bear. Completely, it's Jaws with a bear. Instead of Don't Close the Beach, it's Don't Close the Park, Bad Mare, all of it. Jaws with a bear.
Have you ever done a tape transfer first?
What's that, love?
I'm sorry, excuse me. Have you ever done a tape transfer of fur?
I have. If you watch my Khajiit mask video, making the Khajiit mask, that whole head is fur transferred. Yes.
Alan, you mentioned Killer the other night. I watched that travesty. Awful, awful, awful movie.
I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm sorry that if I said it, I didn't mean to say it as a recommendation. Don't get mad at me. Is that why you thumbs down the video?
Do you work on animatronics?
When I have to, absolutely. Animatronics, often the skin will wear out before the steel does. Unless you buy from Scare Factory. So you do have to learn how to reskin. When I was a much younger man, I made quite a living repairing the Distortions electric chairs because the models, they would just shoot their head off. There'd be, a group would go through and the head would come flying off of it, and you have to know how to repair it because it's a very specific system. Okay, let's get in here. Well, you know what? Let's not. Let's get some better reference. And it's boring that I am showing you guys my computer while we do this, but this is part of the work. You don't mind me looking at tools. This is a tool. What's my favorite sculpting tool? It's a Google image search because your reference material will determine how good your sculpture is in many ways. Grizzly Bear ZBrush, and look at these beautiful computer models that happen. I don't like the hair on that one. This is beautiful. Nice head. And again, he's going to put the hair on later. Standing bear model, that's really nice. I'm going to save that one. I don't want to click on it. When I bring my computer over here, we're going to do this. We're going to do bear. Okay, bear, save. That's a nice head on that. It's already standing. Look at this bear head. Beautiful. No, see that? There's no hair on it. And this is just a wonderful tool for me.
Going to make gloves with EVA claws?
Yes, I probably will. I might even sculpt big paws.
How do you keep wet clay from ruining your keyboard?
I don't. Wet clay is one of the reasons I need a new computer every 2 or 3 years.
How do you begin when you start to think of a new creation for a mask or props. I can replicate and draw other existing designs, but I have hell creating unique ideas items.
Well, it's still the process of gathering images, but it's what can you visualize things in your head? That's the question, and then it's a matter of how do you get that idea sketched out, and how do you get that idea to other people.
I just realized Alan resembles Grizzly Adams.
I do indeed. I actually hear that a lot.
Hairless bears look like evil werewolves.
Oh, they're so terrifying. They're terrifying, a hairless bear.
Do you sell the sewn together pig's half mask, the one you did the painting airbrushing video on a while back?
That mask is actually, that old mold was destroyed. That was called Piggin. We have a new sewn together pig mask called War Piggin, which is on the Stiltby Studios website as a blank right now. Is that correct?
Yep, he's there.
Yeah, so War Piggin is up as a blank. You can see the blank. And that, the second one, I did not sculpt. My buddy Al Driver did. And he did a great job on it. His first mask sculpture. He came and did a monster camp.
Did a Krampus mask.
Well, yeah, but he turned it into a monster
He did.
camp.
Alan, new project to go with this sculpt. Make a quadruped costume.
I make lots of quadruped costumes. I do. I love quadruped suits. So that may happen. So this one that I found, hopefully I can make it bigger.
Since I have been on your channel, I look at things in a different way now, and I thank you for that.
Good. I'm glad that you have found value in it.
These bear movies are melding. Which was the bear movie with Charlie Sheen, George Clooney, Laura Dern, and John Rhys Davies?
The Edge. You're welcome.
Quadruped suit. How do you do the extensions on the arms?
Crutches. I use crutches, and I cut the crutch that goes under the armpit. It goes right here, and you move the handle up, and then you put a bracket in here. Look at my arm extensions video that I did on my YouTube channel. I have a video on doing it. It's one of our craft nights. We were making them.
What are the teeth going to be made of?
They're going to be made of latex. I'm going to sculpt them and molded them. Okay, all I'm doing now is I'm setting up this folder that I made.
Dead in yard hunt. Hello, everybody. We're doing a shrimp bear. No. If you just tuned in, dead end, you missed a heck of a show. The Edge was Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin.
Is that not the one? Okay, if you guys want to look now over here, I have a bear slideshow going. These are the images that I just pulled up. That's going to give me better detail on my head shapes and structures. So as I go, my images are evolving.
This is something you have to do for Monster Camp.
And this is something that we do for Monster Camp, absolutely.
Could you fill the mask with concrete to create a water feature?
I no. Could I? But would it be good? No. Um, it, that would just require a separate. I would just, if I wanted to make a water feature, I would mold this in silicone and pour it up in concrete, or resin, or something that was equally waterproof.
I love the bear scene in The Revenant.
Yeah.
Who creates the animated logo for Dark Hour? Stiltby Studios. Do you, or does Jake or somebody else?
The animated Dark Hour logo is created by a company. There's a thing called Fiverr, and you go in there and you ask them to bid on different jobs, and they will do. Fiverr is awesome. You know, look up video Fiverr, whatever, and it's great. Trust me, do it. Okay, I have my nose very much forward, and it looks like on his nose that I'm seeing, it pulls out quite a bit more. Yeah, so it goes this way. This is more berry, right off the bat. That was a little piggy what I had done, but that was out of my mind, and my mind isn't good at holding on to details. So this is more of a bear type nose. Great.
Jim Ovitz, Alan and Shannon, I'm so thankful you guys take the time to do these live broadcasts. It helps break up boredom because I'm so tired of reruns on TV.
You know what? We appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, we do.
And this is something that Shannon and I get to do together. Maybe we're home all day, but we're working on different stuff, you know. And this is family time for us. We sit here and we are able to talk to you guys and talk to each other. It's nice. I have a tool that I'm going to put some. I want to strengthen this line here between the muzzle and the head. This shape isn't in most of these.
114 people are watching on a Wednesday night.
That's
It's
pretty,
amazing.
that's pretty remarkable.
Good night, Spastic Poet.
Okay, and now that I did that, I'm going to bring this all the way down to the top lip and curl it.
The star-studded film with Clooney, Sheen, Dern, and Davies was Grizzly 2: Revenge.
Grizzly 2, okay.
Unreleased movie, so I have watched a bootleg. Disney Country Bears, one of my kids used to have watched that 1,000 times, says Ezekiel. 116 people are watching.
Watch me make a burr.
You guys are amazing. That's so awesome.
Yeah, this is, your quarantine sculpture fix. And I think I'm going to keep the tradition of sculpting something new on Wednesdays, or just making something on Wednesdays.
Well, that's a good one because you launched YouTube Wednesday, so there's something to watch.
Yeah,
And then you can reset that night.
and I'm looking at, so bare lips do this thing. See that? A bare lip. Why don't I get a swivel so I can show you some things? You and I together in alliance, sacred ties will never break. Alexa, stop. What? Oh, you're a big old bear.
Thanks for YouTube Wednesday. We are totally making a bear trap or two.
Dude, those bear traps are so easy. I bet I've made 110 of those in my life. Yeah, I've never, that was the most measured out I've ever done it, by the way. But yeah, I mean it's a good prop. It is it's a useful skill. EVA foam is kind of an underrated material. I don't know if you guys noticed, but one of the images that I put up there was a skull. And just having the skull of the animal you're working on, it'll help you inform some decisions. I need this lip to be more lippy.
I'm late. Got us a truckload of old animatronics, Lockhart. Where did you go? To get those animatronics. Hello, Jesse Papa Bear. Hey, that bear trap could not have come at a better time.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. I'm glad.
Since I came in late, I won't make any charming toilet paper remarks, since y'all probably already did that. We did.
They did, but I've already decided too. Someone gave me the great idea. I'm going to dress up as this bear and go after toilet paper hoarders.
That was Chance Speck who came up with that idea.
Chance.
Chance.
Way to go, bud.
YouTube Wednesday was awesome. I loved the bear trap.
Oh, thank you. I knew that was going to be a good one while I was making it, because some of them, you're like, okay, this is pretty niche. This isn't useful for a lot of people, but I want this in the library, so I'm doing it. And then others are, yeah, people are going to be making this one.
Cobwebs and candlesticks, good night. Hope you're well.
Good night. Sorry I caused you undue stress.
Shannon, just wanted you to know we just adopted a baby kitten. My kids say thank you for persuading Dad to get us one. Damn kids. Ezekiel,
Hooray.
I require photos.
She will require photos.
And a name and some videos and all of this good stuff, man.
With my glasses on, the TV is blurry.
Yes.
With my glasses off, the sculpture is blurry.
Would EVA foam be better than wall foam for Braves?
No, I would still go with insulation. I would go with EPS, expanded polystyrene.
This is the part of the day that is keeping me from going even crazier than I already am. I haven't been out of my place in about 3 weeks. The family and Shark were awesome last night. Did you know that today is the 85th anniversary of the release of Bride of Frankenstein?
I was not aware of that.
Lockhart went to a market sale and home haunt moving out of state. And got a lot of animatronics.
Okay.
Have you ever sculpted skeletons of fictional characters? I've thought of making a natural history museum type exhibition of skeletons.
I have a monster museum. I have made skeletons. I haven't sculpted them per se. I've sculpted elements to make them happen. Like right now we're working on a chimera in the other room. We're working on that. And I've made a centaur skeleton.
116 are watching. The furry story yesterday must have coaxed them out of the darkness where they dwell.
Well, anybody wants to come on out of the basement, hang out with us, they're more than welcome. Okay, so I'm looking at these images over here. So that's what I keep referencing, and I keep looking back over at that. Now some have a little fat roll here and some don't. So I think I'm gonna opt on the side of fat roll right now.
Without the eyebrow ridge, what can you do to give him an angry expression?
Make him a freaking bear. I mean, you have an advantage here because this animal is just going to be intimidating as heck anyway. So I'm not sure, but I'm not there yet in the sculpture, and I'm going to have to find that in some bit of visual reference. It might be more exposed teeth than normal, but I'm not sure. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so just so you know, Ezekiel is sending me kitten pictures.
Be strong, wife. You got to watch these comments because I can't see them.
And I'm watching the comments, but I'm also very excited to see what Ezekiel is sending. Kitten pictures. I love it.
Okay, so I'll worry about these corners of the mouth later, but I did want to add a little bit of that fat roll there and show that it's a little roll of fat. It's got line under it. Mussels don't normally get lines under them, but fat rolls do. Okay, so I want to treat this really quick. They have the bifurcated upper lip. And you know what? I think that this guy is going to go without teeth probably. And then the teeth will happen separately. That's
Would
my
you use
guess.
a hoop costume for a bulky creature like this?
You could. I would probably just use a airbag setup because it's less. It moves better than a hoop type situation. A hoop is going to move like it has a skeleton outside of it, and a airbag moves off of your body, or a polyfiber bag or whatever, but an airbag carries less heat.
Baby Yoda skeleton would be so wrong. Am I the only one who finds bears adorable? I love their little round ears.
Well, that tells you going to have to mess up an ear.
I find them terrifying.
My wife don't like no bears.
We tried so hard to see one.
I did. I really wanted to see a bear when I was in Colorado. I like when looking for them. That's who I am as a person. And there's exposed plaster back here in the mouth, and it just doesn't need to be. So why make my molding any harder than it's going to be anyway? Right now, while I'm thinking about it, let's pack that in there.
I don't think I've ever seen a bear in a bear trap. I've just seen humans in movies.
Yeah, for a while there was movie code or whatever. You couldn't show an animal in a trap. So that has changed. So now you can, but yeah, it's rare. Like for a while in movies, you couldn't show a husband and wife in bed together. They had to each have a foot on the floor on the opposite side. Good times.
I went to Arizona. It was so cool. I love bears too. Arizona, Ezekiel?
No. Arizona.
I like him, Jesse Papa Bear, but I like bears. I just don't really want to come in contact.
Doesn't want to see one in her kitchen.
We were in Colorado, and Alan was actively. We go hiking and bird watching and walking in the wilderness, and we love it. But he was actually actively looking for a bear,
I wanted to punch him.
and I just respect the heck out of bears. Not even going to get close to them. Same thing for alligators, crocodiles. Love you, will never hurt you, but oh no. If that bear had the reverse bear trap from Saw on its head. They're all cute till they get halfway up your tree stand. Happened to me once. Didn't film it, but plenty of other hunters have. Oh my gosh,
Heck yeah.
terrifying. Yeah, it's a bear park in Williams, Arizona. You know, I get around, Ezekiel says, Arizona. That's great.
No. Arizona.
It's they're amazing, but
You're my little cuddly bear. My hairy bear. Arizona. And I'm gonna maul you up. I'm gonna maul you up. I'm gonna maul you up. Arizona.
Ezekiel, this is your fault.
I don't think of it as fault.
Shem, does he sing around the house too? Yes, he does, Michelle. He sings around the house, he sings in the car, he sings in the grocery store, he sings everywhere.
But I'm much more likely to sing the wrong words than I am the right ones.
Yeah, people forget a lot that bears are amazing climbers, so being in a tree is not going to help you.
It'll help you, but it won't stop the bear.
Oh, is he terrifying?
Because you probably weigh less than a bear. And you could climb higher than a bear.
I'm very respectful of bears, but I don't actively go looking for a bear. Arizona sounds like a good name for the sculpt. It seems to me that most angry bears' expression is dependent on the lips. They tend to be pulled back. Your bottom lip looks just like most of the images I see.
Thank you.
Bears are very curious and protective young. If I saw a bear, I would run. I wouldn't run. But if I saw a mama bear and cubs,
She's out.
I'm out, man. I'm out. Because that mama bear's gonna get you.
See how we're dialing it in and we're getting more and more bear-like kind of as we go? All this is from my visual reference. I got to where I could before I ever had a single picture. And then I got some cartoons and I did the basic head shape. And then I'm dialing in these secondary features. This is going to slowly come into focus. And this is one where I do wish this head was a little bit bigger, but I have to remember this mouth is going to open, and that's going to make the head bigger, and I'm going to have hair on it. That's going to make the head bigger. So this is actually 4 inches bigger than what it already is.
A Komodo dragon-inspired mask would be really cool. Connie says Locke does the same thing. He sings all the time. This time of year has to be aware of bears. They are very hungry.
I too am very hungry because I forgot to have dinner before we went live. Hey wife, what time is it?
It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock.
You have a video on airbag costumes.
I don't. I have a video on upholstery muscle suits, but I don't think I have one on the airbag costumes. That's so niche. I don't even know if people would enjoy seeing it. Obviously one person would. Who asked that?
About which?
About the airbag costume?
That was happening in Mojo.
Yeah, he's in everything.
Yes. I want to see an evil Mickey Mouse version.
Well, this isn't going to look like Mickey Mouse, so you'll be unhappy.
Says, Alan, come up to the BWCA and you will see some bears.
British Columbia?
Scott Coleman. I'm kind of surprised nobody suggested the Five Nights at Freddy's bear.
I am not.
I knew a guy who carried a revolver for bears. He said he had 5 chances to stop the bear. You do awesome work all the time.
Thank you. That's very kind. And that's not true.
Marlene says the mask should be named Smokey the Bear. Justin Hill. Hey, Alan, how should I attach the fur that we were talking about earlier? Silicone line, I would hair?
Boy, I have to be reminded, Justin, I know we spoke last night. It was like 3 in the morning, I think, when we were talking. But if I were attaching hair, yes, clear silicone caulking, yes. Because I recommended you the Woolery. This was from a conversation we had earlier today, not our 3:30 a.m. conversation last night. Which Justin makes awesome stuff also. He actually made some really nice spider egg sacs and like insecty things that are really cool that his company sells. See, as we go, we're able to get tighter anatomy, but these lines wouldn't make any sense until the muscles are there to support them. These have to be supported.
I want to see an airbag costume.
Okay.
One time we were camping. This is Dan Henry. Hi, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
One time we were camping in Colorado, and my uncle took the trash to the dumpster near the campsite. As he lifted the lid, a black bear jumped out of the dumpster. They both ran in opposite directions. I would have died.
Well, listen, you have. Okay.
Woo, no.
And don't think I'm mean for this, but you have to just have the presence of mind to punch the bear.
But the bear ran.
You gotta punch. Yeah, on its way out, just give him, just tag him, because it's not gonna hurt the bear. Let's be real. The bear won't. When I've seen people train bears, and to train a bear, use a baseball bat, because that gets their attention. But it doesn't even hurt them. It's like, oh hey, what do you want? So I just want to say I punched a wild bear one day. I don't think that's ridiculous.
What is an airbag costume?
It is a costume that has airbags in it in order to fill out the body.
Scott Colhart said Boundary Waters canoe area is where you will see some bears.
Okay.
Don't bears' ears fold back when they are mad or attacking?
I think that's dogs. I don't know. I don't know. So when we get to there, you can bet I'm going to Google attacking bears.
Don't run, Tetworks Studios. Tetworks, I wouldn't run. I think I would just be frozen. I would just be frozen.
I would run towards the bear so I could punch it.
Johnny says, but the bear is going to turn around and say, okay, it's my turn. You're going down. Yeah, I'm afraid I'd be pretty scared. I like bears from a distance, a very far distance. Joanne, I'm with you. Great respect. Beautiful animals. Not gonna talk sweet to you.
When I finish my bear suit, I think that we can go to like a garbage dump somewhere that has bears,
Oh my god.
and I can just go out and mingle with them, and then like get close to one and punch it. I think that'd be a good idea. Okay, so now I put these muscles in the head that he has. And I think these muscles will raise his eyebrows and twitch the ears and stuff. What do those muscles do? I don't know.
Just run faster than the person next to you.
I don't know if I'm faster than my wife. I don't think I can paddle faster than my wife, because when she saw an alligator, oh my gosh, did she paddle fast.
Sitting in of a bear you wish you had. Alan, long ago, you could pay to wrestle a bear. I think PETA put the kibosh on.
I know. Now can I pay to wrestle PETA members? That would be so awesome.
We can't even have bird feeders, too many bears. Wow.
They'd be like, tag us in, tag us in.
When sculpting, do you work on one specific area at a time until it's done, then move to a different anatomy, or do you want...
What I am doing, I want to bring the whole sculpture up. I want to bring the whole sculpture up to the same level of doneness. So if this area starts to get more done, I move over here. If this gets to start more done, I move over here. And that way of sculpting saves me. And I think these are too full. These are not as full on these bear images I'm seeing now. So I'm going to start pulling these back a little bit.
Trip the person next to you, then it doesn't matter how fat you are.
Yeah.
What kind of mask are you making tonight, Alan?
This is a bear. This will be now it's going to be an angry monster bear, but it is a bear mask. See, I'm just altering this shape a little bit at a time. I'm bringing it into focus.
One time my cousin went outside, and there was a black bear standing on the back deck leaning on the railing. That's all.
And then you moved.
Then 118 people are watching.
Man, they must really like bears.
Pumpkin teeth, or will you sculpt teeth?
Oh, I'll be sculpting teeth. I'll do a jaw set for this.
Joining this mask and the last together, would you rather be caught in the middle of hungry bears or stuck in the middle with bloody wounds and a shark-infested water?
Well, I would rather be, it depends on where I'm at. If I'm in the middle of the desert, I will take the sharks. If I am in the forest, I will take the sharks. If I am in the ocean, I will take the bears.
What's your favorite animal?
Oh boy. What is my favorite animal? Werewolves.
The British actor Brian Blessed has a story of where he was on a trip to the North Pole. A polar bear looked in his tent, so he roared and punched it in the eyes.
Yes, you have to punch the bear and they'll respect you.
When you come, Ezekiel says, when you come, not if to come to Australia, I'm going to get you hooked up so you can punch a kangaroo, and before anyone jumps up and down, I'd rather take a hit off my Tyson than belting with a root. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Ezekiel.
Yes, I will. Let's go kangaroo punching.
Oh my goodness.
Got a new hobby. So what happens is, as you bring your sculpture up, some areas look bad because they're not as finished, and then you go to that area next. And this little corner of the mouth doesn't look as finished, so we're going to work on it. This side of the head looks better. I'm more right hand dominant. I can pretty much do it with both, but this hand is better at it. So
Wasn't there an Ice Walker here in Game of Thrones? Did they have a zombie there?
I don't know.
A bear punching the new cow tipping.
Tell you what,
An Icy Walker bear. Yes, there was, Buddy Geeks. There was an Icy Walker bear.
I also, when I was younger, in some magazine, there was an advertisement for a type of vodka. I forget the brand of vodka. And it had this chariot being hauled by two bears, two polar bears. And I just thought that was the coolest art ever. And I had this, it was from a magazine, I had this magazine page on my wall because it had these polar bears on it. And that had to be between 1980 and 1990. It was a vodka ad with polar bears. It was a painting. Beautiful. Kind of in a Boris Vallejo style. All right, so we got to back up now. Now we're too close to the bear.
Is this it?
Wow. Yeah.
Rumplemintz. That's not.
Oh, Rumplemintz. It was Rumplemintz. I think that's it. That's really good art.
That's Rumplemintz.
Okay, so here's our bear. And we're looking for beariness now. We're looking for bear shape. And we're pretty good. I don't feel bad about that. That works. Yeah, just hot barbarian lady riding a bear. Hooray. All right, so I have raked this sculpture quite a bit. I have a lot of rake marks in it. I don't have a lot of, it's not smooth. I haven't gotten it smooth. I think now I'm going to work on smoothing it out a little bit.
Connie Pierce, the foam fill of my doll mask came out wonderful. I'm so very happy with it.
Awesome.
Seriously, this bear is really turning out great. Thank you, Hot Frog. I am Hot Frog.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I haven't been an animal sculptor, but I have enjoyed the shark and I enjoyed the bear. I didn't even put together that those are both two animal sculpts in a row, but I think that this bear has sales potential that people don't see because there isn't a good bear costume out there. And I think with the fursuits that I am getting made, that I have potential to make a nice bear for a haunted house. Any haunt in the woods, I think, would like a nice bear costume. Can you imagine going to a haunt, like a trail haunt in Colorado, and then a bear comes out after you? I mean, that would be so fun.
I'd be undone.
What's that?
I said I'd be undone.
Yeah.
I would be
Especially if it
undone.
looked good enough where you
Yeah.
couldn't quite tell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
139 people are watching.
Hi, everybody.
My goodness.
We're sculpting a bear.
Rumple should be the name of the bear.
Rumple.
Rumple.
I like that.
That's a good name.
He sounds like a friendly bear.
Frank Frazetta did a painting like that. Chip riding a gnarly bear. I think that's it, Tom.
Dude, Frank Frazetta is awesome. One of my favorite artists, absolutely.
The left side of the face seems a little wider than the right.
I don't know. Let's check. It's possible. I'm not quite done raking out yet, and this will let me see some of that.
Explain what you're doing.
I'm just checking distances with this very expensive caliper tool that I purchased for hundreds of dollars. Yeah. And you can tighten it or loosen it so I can check a measurement and it'll hold.
You're gonna make a costume to go with the head.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, here in Michigan, you had a bear coming out, they'd be done for sure. Hey, Horror Beauty in Texas too. I would pass out. Looks like Baloo.
No, it isn't any wider, it is further forward. So we have to move it a little bit.
Now I need a black bear costume for my outdoor haunt. Terrifying. Terrified. I would like to go to the store as a polar bear and buy some Coca-Cola.
It is a legal requirement to wear a mask right now.
All right, good night, Lucky 2001.
Good night, Lucky.
Painting with ice and fire is a great document on Frazetta.
Yes, it is. It
Richard
is.
McGrath, hello.
And I know Frazetta's son pretty well. I see him at shows all the time, and he buys stuff from me. Very interesting guy, and very appreciative of people who support his father's legacy. So now I have to come to a decision. Do I prefer this brow? And I want you guys to be the same height as me. And I can only do that by making you less stable.
Bear costume in the bush in Australia will end up like Bigfoot.
A yowie. See how that changes your perspective a little bit, just being the same height as me? So I like this brow and what it's doing. But I think this is more in line with what bears' brows do.
Sorry, I greatly respect bears. Just not gonna mess with them. More anger in the left brow, says Chance. More anger in the left brow. Is right. Says Chance.
Okay. That gets it more together, more in line.
I like the right brow, side brow more.
You mean this one? That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this one to match that one. It's a little more bear-like, I think. And that's important if you are making a bear.
Good night, Horror Beauty.
Good night, Horror Beauty. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Left side looks better to me, says Tutworks Studios. Scott Creighton. It doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical. Human faces are not equal. Leave it like that.
Well, that's true. But if I sculpt for symmetricalness, I'm going to get as asymmetrical as nature is. So I do want to aim for being symmetrical. Doesn't mean I'll ever hit it. I want to aim for it. Thanks, wife.
So you can make him any color you want, any fur color.
I sure could. I think I need to rake out in here a little bit more.
I
Up
can
here.
use that mask to match my werewolf and Krampus costume. I'm gonna have to build another shed on your property, Buddy Beats.
Yes, that's with when you have a hair suit like that. You know, let's say you get a white hair suit. You can get a white bear mask. You can get a white Krampus mask. You can get a white white werewolf mask. You could get a Yeti mask, which is the white hair, and just have all of those creatures in your toolbox.
Good night, Chad.
Good night, Chad. Which Chad is that?
Chad Smith. He is heading home.
Hey, wife.
Hey.
Can you tell a story for a few moments?
Oh gosh. Oh, story time.
Do you have any Colorado stories you could tell?
Okay. So, in 2009, my parents celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary by having the family all gather in Colorado, which was lovely. Thank you. Which was lovely because stop it, go. Which was just a great time. We loved it, and like I said, Alan was looking for bears. The first night we were there, they put me and Alan and my brother, sister-in-law, and niece, so the kids, in one cabin, and the folks had their own cabin because we stay up way later, and the parents like to go to bed. And we had walkie-talkies so we could talk back and forth to each other. And Alan found a kind of a trap door. It was a utility access in my brother and sister-in-law's bedroom. And it was like a utility access area, so that it had like a trap door that allowed you to access. What was that door? It's like utilities of some kind.
Yeah, to get under the house.
And he got under there when they weren't looking, and he planted a radio.
A walkie-talkie.
A walkie-talkie. Now, my sister-in-law, who married into this family, is she scares easy. And is that fair to say?
Yes.
She scares easy. She doesn't see it coming, and she's very, quick to believe. And even though she's been in this family now for over 20 years, and he was going to take his walkie-talkie, and were you going to scare her with some animal sounds?
All I was going to do, it was in their bedroom.
This is so horrible to her.
So late at night, I was going to get on the walkie-talkie and just make some noises, so that there was some noises and maybe some like whispering coming from that hatch that was in the closet of their bedroom.
Which was already freaking her out. She already thought it was creepy. But that backfired on you.
Because
the squelch.
When she plugged in her phone to charge it nearby, it caused a squelch. And she heard the squelching and put it together like, there's something over here, electronic, that makes a noise when I am charging my phone. So my plot was foiled.
You were laughing. She didn't think it was funny. She did.
Okay. I needed a beverage. So I mixed up some flavor water. Problem. This is too. I want a straw. Cheney. Where you going, bud? Where you going, friend? Don't go in there. Hooray! All right. Now for at least the top 2/3 of the bottle, I can use a straw. So I have work to do. I have to pour out some masks that I poured up earlier because it is time. The alarm went off for them, so you guys are going to leave the comfort of in here. You're so zoomed in. And we're going to go in the other room and we're going to pour out some masks real quick.
So will you make an airbag costume video for this, considering that you're going to make an anti-hoarding video?
I may do that. We have 1, 2, 3 masks poured up. And to grab another one of those stools. They're outside because I hose them off in between uses. Hang on a sec. Okay, here we go. For the record, really cool byproduct of this technique is this latex net that I get. Isn't that awesome? Just the coolest ever. It's a latex net. What can I use that for? I don't know. One day I'll find a use.
Say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night, Stacy. These are other masks that I have poured up earlier. I poured latex into the mold in order to have it build a thickness up. And now I'm going to pour it out.
Latex netting for a merman.
Maybe.
Does the plastic wrap on the top of the mold keep from getting a top on the latex and skin?
Yes, it stops it from skinning. Exactly right.
Did you use the net latex for a predator costume?
He just had regular net on him.
Net latex for shrimp.
So I have a Facebook extension on my Facebook that allows me to, I can put in certain words and I could not see those words. If they pop up, like, because I'm tired of hearing about politics, Trump is on there. So if anybody posts about Trump, positive or negative, I won't see it if they type out the word Trump. Because it just blocks any post that has that word in it. So I wish I had that for YouTube, and I would block the word shrimp. This mold is rather heavy. It is full of latex and bad decisions. There we go. Next. There's going to be some dripping that hits the floor. You're going for a minimal drippage. If I ever start a heavy metal band, his name will be Minimal Drippage. Okay, this mold is not as heavy. I ate the frog first, I think. Eat a live frog first thing in the morning. Be the worst thing that happens to you all day. There we go. If you don't wash it off, then you have latex in the way. You don't want it to be in the way. Someone came and helped me. I'll let you guess who didn't get the latex off. That's the one. So those masks were the Gravedigger, Inbred 1, that's an alien mask, and this is the pumpkin mask. Okay. Gonna let them sit just like that for about 10-15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's come back.